Hey YouTube, Charmal 51 here. Alright, here I'm working on the 194 one bottom fast hitch plow. Light. I've got it turned because I was actually doing getting the bottom painted. This is where we're at. I've got some pictures of it before I painted it, which I didn't get the camera out. I was trying to get this done before I had to go. And then I went ahead and got all about it and shot paint on it and on just a kind of light coat on it to get that done. But I actually started this plow about 2 years ago and kind of just forgot about it. Got all my parts, had all my parts pretty much done. I had to do some stuff here. Pretty much I got an IH share, case IH shin, and aftermarket wing. And them wings are anywhere from $150 up. $150 for the aftermarket one. So, and I've got my trash board on here. You need a trash board. It'll make a difference as far as covering up. If you got grass or anything like that, it does make a difference on curling that dirt a little faster to get it to lay over and cover your trash up. But I'll put a description on the first 2 videos I did on this plow. So I'm not doing a part 2, 3, 4 and all that. I don't think so, or may not, but I don't know. But got the heel back here. I've got all my bolts done, everything put on there, and kind of you can see it's still primer on this side. But when I went ahead and primed all this, I did it in semi-gloss. I didn't want to shine too much, but I didn't want it looking dull. So I did all my bottom here. Got all that painted, primed and painted. All my bolts cut off. Some of the bolts were a little long, so I had to cut the end of them off. Had to go get some plow bolts. These bolts here on your share are different style bolts. They're the bolts they sit recessed in there. I'll get one and show you. This bolt here is what I call it, the narrow head bolt. I think I forgot what the actual name for it is. I'll see if I can find it and put it on the bottom of the screen here. But these here are made to sit down in the hole, sit down below, just below the surface, so it doesn't cause any, so the dirt doesn't hit it and cause it to wear different. These here are some of your cheap agri supply type bolts, and I usually get them a little long just in case I need to. But what I do is I put them in there. Sometimes these have a little bit fatter of a head on them, so what I have to do is take the flap disc and kind of just grind them down until they fit smooth, like I'll show you here in a second. Kind of you don't want them catching the dirt. So, and I'm gonna do some more sanding on this. I don't like the way that looks, but this here, you can see how them bolts they're set in there just a little bit so they don't catch the dirt. If not, you'll have a streak across your moldboard. But that's that. I've got this. I just put a light coat on it, and I'm gonna sand a little bit on that to kind of make it look. I'm gonna make it look nice for the farm show, and then I'm going to use it at the plow day coming up here, March the 25th. I think it is March the 25th in Greenville. So, and here I've got the beam. I've already got it done. It's painted in your 2150. It's the only paint I use. I don't use anything else. Sometimes I've used Tisco on my implements if I'm going to use them, but this one here I kind of want to. I'm gonna keep this one, so not unless somebody comes and gives me about $600, $700, $800 for it, and then it can go down the road. But I kind of want to keep this one because this one here has got the serial plate, and I've got it masked off. You can't see it now, but I've got a brand new plate there. I redid the plate, and I'm going to take that off, take the tape off after I get it all together, and I have to do all my final touching up and everything. On your cub plows, they'll be angled down just a little bit more, bent a little bit more, and they'll have cub wrote up here right behind the part number. So that's the way to tell. These here are a little straighter. The cubs are bent just a little bit more for the low clearance, the way the cub sits. So, but that's where we're at. So next I'm gonna make this all one video of the finished product. yeah, I got my trash board on there, and it's the Case IH trash board from Case IH from ACOT Tractor in Goldsboro. But anyway, all right, here in a second, we're gonna go ahead and we'll do the, I'm gonna do a video of it complete sitting with the decals and everything on it, so. And well, that'll be the last part, but the next part will be probably it just assembled and everything, so. Hey YouTube, Farm on 51 here. All right, hopefully you can see it. I've got enough light on it. My daylight run out on me. Had some extra lumber there and it made me a nice little swivel cart. Makes it easier to move this thing around by yourself. This is the completed project. The completed 194 fast hitch late model Plow, 194 Plow. So this is a late version. It has the serial plate on it, and I had the serial plate remade. And like I said, I even painted around, let some of the paint bleed through, you know, like they would actually do on the real one. So I did that. Got a new chair on it, a new shin, a new mold board, used mold board. They're very expensive. They're like $160 some now, but on the side here, I got the long landslide with the heel and the wear pad. These wear pads here, you can get these from Case IH. And what they do is they actually line up perfectly here, and they take the wear off the landslide. So if you can keep those changed out, you'll save your landslide, and your heel you'll still have to, imagine, change out. But and see, this here has the newer style cam bolt. I know you remember in a couple videos back where I talked about changing the pitch of the plow. Well, this here, as you can see, it's got a little arrow on it. So this one here is set up. So that means that the plow bottom is in the regular non-aggressive. They started, I guess those bolts were getting a little hard to make, a little expensive. So what they did was they made these here, and this here is just a piece. And I'll see if I can find a picture. More like a washer, but it still has a little tab that goes inside the hole. See, the bolt, you can use a regular bolt now, so you cut down on the cost on that. But this piece right here is what is different. The newer, they went to doing that later on. So got the 194, had those made. Big thanks to my brother-in-law there in the shop with Stuart. You'll have to follow his channel, in the shop with Stuart. He made the 194 decal for me, and I already had the international decal, and he made one of those as well. But yeah, he made the 194 decals for me, and he can make a lot of pretty good decals. Some I've got. Finally got this is the decal here I've been waiting on. I couldn't find nobody that had one. The one that Maple Hunter had a big clear plastic around it, and I didn't like that. You'll see a lot of decals for your Cubs and stuff like that. That when the sun bakes on that, it'll. So what I did is I finally found one that didn't have the plastic. It was just IH by itself. This is the newer style IH that would have been on this plow here toward, I'm guessing, the late 70s. So CNH or Case IH trash board on it. So, but this is the completed plow. I got my Heavy Duty Super Chief bottom decal on there, and tells you how the adjustable bottoms that this has. And like I said, I got my serial plate. This is IH 2150 red. This here is the Case IH black paint. Black paint's black paint to me. I'm not going to plow with this. I've actually got another 194 doesn't have the serial plate on it, but it's another 194 that I'm going to use. And because I had this one all restored, and my whole thing was I was going to carry it to farm show, maybe they got the BNC festival, and then I was going to, you know, play with it and use it. Whenever all the old guys in the tractor club, they go, oh, no, you're not. You know, they told me, said, you're not putting that plow. That's too good a looking plow. And I said, well, I didn't build it to look at it. I said, I'm going to use it. And they said, no, you ain't going to use it. So I reckon I can't use my own plow. Yeah, I'm going to keep it like this for a while. You know, I'm not going to sell this one. This is one I'm going to keep. And I've put a lot of work into it and a lot of time getting everything right. Getting all the H parts or case H parts, replacement parts and things like that. I like the trash board. As soon as my other 215 plow over there, when I get it, and I'm gonna have trash boards on it, because as that dirt's sliding up here, these trash boards help curl it over and throw that trash over, so it'll be buried with the dirt here behind it on this when the board throws it over. So that's a very big help. The only thing I need to find is the coulter wheel that goes up there that mounts onto the fast hitch, and it bolts. There's a little hole back here on the fast hitch that it bolts to, and you're supposed to take it off on the single bottom plows, so I'll have to find one of those, and usually they're kind of high. So but anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. I wish I had more video of it, but it's hard to do because I do a little bit here and there. And just like today, I just waiting on the decal. It finally come the other day and I put it on. So here we are, the finished product. The H194 with the serial plate. This is a serial plate plow. So this is a late version. You don't see these very often. I only know of two that I've come across. Neighbor of mine's got one, and then I've got this one here. So, and then I've got the 215 back there. That's a serial plate plow. So anyway, thanks for watching.